Today I am interviewing Karen Lam about the horror movie, The Curse of Willow Song. What do you think people would most like about this movie?
I am hoping that they are going to really relate to the characters. I hope they get a few scares out of it, and I hope they really like the aesthetic of what we were trying to do.
What do you like about directing?
I love telling stories. Directing to me is a chance to tell stories visually and to work with actors and hopefully to reach audiences on stories and characters that they haven't seen before.
Were any scenes difficult to film?
Yes, I think the hardest scenes to film for us were when we were outside because we didn't have any permits. So it was just us running and gunning it and hoping that we wouldn't get caught by the cops or anything. So that was hard.
How many takes did you generally do for scenes and what went into that decision?
I tend to shoot fast, so I don't think I do anything more than two or three takes for every shot. Um, there might be a couple of shots per scene, but I think it's because I like to keep things fresh and moving, and I don't like to basically tire everyone out as we're doing take after take. That's not the case for. There's a big scene in the middle with Willow basically in a dream sequence where we go upside down, and that was very complicated, and that took maybe 7 or 8 shots, but that's the most I'll ever do.
Did you expect the movie to win so many awards and how does the film winning so many awards make you feel?
I never expect to win anything. It's always, again, when you're doing it, you're just doing it for the love of it. And I'm so proud of it basically because it's to me the awards are actually for the whole team. It's not, I'm lucky when I get something for it, but really it's all of us working together.
What do you find more challenging, writing or directing and why?
They're both very different. Writing is when I actually just get to be in my imagination and I am creating it without thinking necessarily about how it's going to get done. Directing is like problem solving. That's when you get to invite all your friends together and we're working, and it's very much like whatever I was trying to do in the writing, I now have to figure out as a director. But I think, I like them both in different ways, but I do love directing, and yeah, the writing is just so private. It's a personal experience versus a team experience.
What do you most like about the horror genre?
I love horror because it's the chance for us to be really imaginative. I feel like as a filmmaker, I love doing scares. I love the tension. I love creating like cool monsters, and I love the special effects. I love creating the scares. And with horror too, you can actually be really experimental as a filmmaker. If I was again doing a rom com or a drama, you couldn't do some of the weird things that you do in horror. And to me, that's the most fun when you're actually getting to do something new that you haven't seen before.
Do you have any favorite horror-themed TV shows and what are they if you do?
Oh, there's so many. I'm going to keep it within the things that inspired Willow Song. I love old Japanese samurai films, those ghost stories. And so the inspirations for this one were things like Kurineko and Kwaidan and Onibaba. And they were all these black and white samurai films set in the 19, like they were made in the 1960s, and they were all samurai Japanese films. And I love that style too. But I love so many different types of horror, and if I get a chance to make a film that sort of basically shows what my inspirations are, I think that's really exciting. Hopefully, if other people go and watch some of these films as well.
If you had an unlimited budget, what kind of horror film would you make?
It's never been about the budget, but then everyone would get paid better. That's the challenge of it. But I think what I'm doing now, I think, well, my next one is basically going to be set in Armageddon. So I would really like to be able to do that. It's set in the 1970s in Vegas. So that will cost a little bit. But yeah, I think that basically I might be able to have a little bit more action, and I might be able to have a few more days to play around with things. And again, everyone would be paid way better.
Do you have any other movies that you're working on?
Yes, I am currently finishing up a short film called Alt X, and it's 9 minutes, and it's a science fiction horror. And it's the first time shooting on a volume wall, so I'm really excited. I should be done in a couple of weeks, and I am actually working on a end of the world Armageddon movie called actually Armageddon Road, and that's the script that I'm actually writing right now.
Do you have any favorite directors or writers?
Oh, so many. For I think for television, I love showrunner Brian Fuller's work because he's Hannibal. He's done like American the first season of American Gods. There's something beautiful and creepy about what he does. Of course, I love Guillermo del Toro. I love there's Taiki, you know, Miyake. Sorry, I said it wrong. Takeshi Miyake. We'll have to look that up. And yeah, I guess there's so many horror greats. Of course, there's the Ridley Scott stuff from the 70s and 80s that I really love, and yeah. Oh, the Park Chan Wook, of course, Old Boy. Almost forgot. I
Where
do love
can
my
people
agent.
follow you?
Oh, they can follow me. I guess it's not called Twitter anymore. It's called X, right? I'm Opiate Pix, OPIATEPIX. And unfortunately on Instagram, I'm my cats. So it's Mateo underscore Sophia underscore, and it really is about my cats, not less about me. I have a website, www.karenlamfilms.com.
I would like to thank Karen for the interview.